Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the Bikeriders, and this is from writer-director Jeff Nichols, who has made a career of making gritty, like Americana-type, classic cinema-type films with things like Mud and Take Shelter, and now this film is very much that. It's about a Midwestern motorcycle club, and you have this love story between Kathy, played by Jodie Comer, and Benny, played by Austin Butler, as Comer's the one being interviewed by Mike Face's character, who is a journalist, as she recounts the experiences of the Vandals, this Midwestern motorcycle club, and her experiences with Benny. Now, you can definitely tell that Jeff Nichols has a strong connection to Hollywood of the past. And this film feels very much like it's influenced by things like Goodfellas and, honestly, other Martin Scorsese crime thrillers, even up to, like, the final, like, shot feels very reminiscent of Goodfellas in an interesting way. It does feel a bit borrowed. And the actual story feels like it leans into a lot of expected kind of beats that you see in crime thrillers, with a bit of when you have like that romance at the center where it's just like you have Kathy, who's the one coming into this life that's so very unexpected for her and trying to process that. And this film doesn't always dig the deepest in terms of its themes and ideas, but it does present a film in an interesting structure with this framed narrative of the interview, and it's so well put together in so many other ways. It is engaging, it's interesting to watch, it's well edited. There's some impactful, like, bam, editing moments in the film that really grabs the audience's attention. There's also moments where, like, this is legitimately funny. There's moments where it pushes boundaries. There's one particular sequence in terms of something bad happening with Kathy, and there's just so much tension in that moment. And it really comes down to the acting. So, Jodie Comer's Midwestern accent's interesting. It's a choice. I don't know if I just don't have like an ear for it, but like it sounded weird to me. But the performance behind it is so committed, and in that particular scene that I alluded to, there's so much going on in her performance, and she's very raw. She's putting it out there. And that's the impressive bit of Comer and what she brings to this film. Butler, as well. There's this tough ruggedness facade that he has. And then there's moments where it's like this pure, vulnerable emotion just spewing out. And you see that. You have Tom Hardy, who his mush mouth is pretty strong in this. There's definitely moments where I'm like, what word did he say? But it's all about the presence. And how Nichols uses the camera and cinematographer Adam Stone to really capture the weight of what Tom Hardy brings to this character. There's a power in this character of Johnny, that how the camera works around him, how much intensity he brings to it. There's moments where it's just like, I would not mess with this man. And also there's moments like he seems like this like big brother kind of connection for Benny. And Johnny is that like honorable kind of biker gang kind of guy that kind of is the linchpin to keeping the Vandals as, you know, up and up as possible, while still also being, you know, a motorcycle gang that does bad things. There's an honor to Johnny, and I think Tom Hardy's able to really balance that. There's a lot of strong character actors that pop up here, from Michael Shannon to Mike Face, Boyd Holbrook, Norman Reedus, Harriman, that all do really great work in their characters here. All the technical aspects, it looks great. The score really works. The musical choices really feel on point in terms of capturing this 60s, 70s Midwestern kind of feel, this motorcycle gang kind of aesthetic. The costuming is on point. The hairstyling, the makeup and everything, the facial hair in particular, with these motorcycle club members, it's on point. The production design, this just really captures this time period, and most impressively, Nichols just captures that atmosphere of like, this feels like an old school kind of moving picture. He has that same kind of vibe as a James Mangold that feels like he's a director out of time. And this feels like it could have been a 70s film. It doesn't quite have the bite as the 70s, 80s films and like Goodfellas, like that this film is drawing from, but it still has a lot going for it, and it's a very good movie. But those are my thoughts on the Bikeriders. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.